The oldest living non-clonal organism on Earth is 4,800 years old, surviving in a habitat defined by extreme environmental hostility. This exact tree was already 1,000 years old when the early stages of Egyptian pyramid construction began around 2800 BCE. It exists at an elevation above 10,000 feet in the White Mountains, rooted in nutrient-depleted soil and battered by freezing winds with near-zero annual precipitation. This severe environmental trauma functions as the primary driver of the tree's near immortality, transforming extreme deprivation into its most effective survival mechanism. Freezing temperatures and the lack of moisture force the tree into a microscopic growth rate, adding only a tiny fraction of an inch to its diameter every century. Forced slow growth creates a highly compressed, resin-saturated cellular structure. This hyperdense biological armor makes the organism completely impenetrable to boring insects and fungal rot. It also starves the material of oxygen, causing the wood to reject ignition during forest fires. Millennia of this hyper-slow growth are visible directly on the bark, which displays intensely compressed, tightly packed grain patterns. By severely constraining its physical growth, the organism trades rapid expansion for permanent, impenetrable structural defense. When severe drought drops resources below baseline survival thresholds, the tree initiates a secondary survival protocol. Through strategic necrosis, the tree intentionally starves 90% of its mass, hoarding available nutrients to sustain a minimal living core. This deadwood becomes a physical shield, deflecting freezing winds and elemental damage away from the living tissue. While appearing dead to an external observer, the meticulously compartmentalized core remains perfectly healthy. Long-term systemic longevity requires this level of ruthless compartmentalization and a calculated willingness to self-amputate. Despite surviving millennia of environmental extremes, the organism's exact coordinates are now classified and actively suppressed by the scientific community. It exists without trail markers or signage, hidden among thousands of similar ancient trees to prevent visual identification. Basic human proximity represents a fatal threat. Soil compaction and physical interaction would quickly destroy the root system and bypass the tree's otherwise impenetrable defenses. Because human contact is the only true threat to its survival, the tree requires permanent redaction from all public records.